Ciao mondo, hello world, hola mundo, hello mom, konnichiwa, ni hao, namaste. We are here with Professor Chakravarthi from India at the Consensus Conference on Hemoabsorption Hemodialysis, and we have the pleasure to listen from the representative of the Indian Society of Nephrology and the large population in India, what could be the potential for this type of therapy and the additional effect of adsorption in chronic dialysis patients.
As Dr. Ronco has told us, Indian subcontinent is having a huge burden of chronic kidney disease, and more than 1 lakh of patients every year are added to a hemodialysis program. Both in the public centers and in the private centers, there are a huge number of dialysis patients now. Even after adequate dialysis, some of them do not have full relief of what we call as uremic symptoms. In this cohort of patients, it is good to consider an additional modality like hemadsorption to improve the quality of life of these patients on hemodialysis.
So your group is specifically focusing on which aspects?
We look at the adequacy of dialysis and then supplementing the type of modality of hemodialysis with either hemodiafiltration. And in the country, hemodiafiltration has gained coinage in some of the units, going up to 20% of the hemodialysis offered as HDF. I am now aware that hemadsorption can be, along with hemodialysis, what we now call as HAHD, or hemadsorption can be an add-on to hemodiafiltration, what is called as HAHDF. I believe both these modalities, HAHD and HAHDF, are going to benefit a large population of patients in countries like India, where the CKD burden is huge and the number of patients on dialysis are living many years, and we need to improve, apart from the quantity, the quality of life also.
Which percent of patients do you expect will probably be treated with this combined hemoabsorption hemodialysis?
So there are a couple of parameters that I would foresee. One of them is vintage on dialysis. Somebody who has spent some time on dialysis may not have an adequate clearance of middle molecules and may be having problems like peripheral neuropathy, problems like hyperparathyroidism, problems like itching, that is pruritus, on dialysis. So these type of patients will be having good quantity of life, but good quality of life on dialysis may be missing. In this cohort of patients, I would want to consider an add-on to the hemodialysis by hemadsorption and other techniques.
So in the overall population of your center, for example, what do you think will be the percent of patients that may benefit from this therapy?
So as the dialysis patients in India are living longer and longer, I believe the percentage of patients in almost all dialysis units, around 20 or 25% of patients will be benefiting from these type of add-on therapies.
And what are the take-home message, the advantages that you expect to get from this conference?
So this has been a lot of learning for me, and the take-home message is, when you have patients on hemodialysis programs, please look at them closely. 1, quality of life indicators. 2, sleep quality indicators. And concentrate on the quality of their life apart from just quantity of number of years on dialysis.
Okay, fantastic. So thank you very much for joining today, Cappuccino. We are looking forward to see what the impact of this conference and the following manuscript, of course, will be on the overall scientific community. You're also representing the Indian Society of Nephrology, and probably at the national level, you will have to further discuss this potential for therapy to improve the quality of life of your patients over there. Thank you very much for joining today, Cappuccino, from Rome at the Consensus Conference on Hemoabsorption Hemodialysis with Professor Chakravarthi from India. Excellent.
Excellent.